The strawberries taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry?
We are the music makers. And we are the dreamers of dreams. Come on.
This is the Music Makers Podcast, where I read things out loud to you and then offer my unqualified opinions on them. Entreporn, the Fallacy That Wastes Your Life, by Justin Vincent. Entreporn, a term brilliantly coined by Amy Hoy, holds us back from our true potential. It works to the advantage of almost every player in our industry that we believe is chasing the next big thing. They need us to keep chasing it. In the truest sense, the next big thing is a carrot on a stick that keeps us occupied and keeps them in business. I wish I could point the finger at one specific company, person, or party and say it's their fault. But there's no conspiracy here. It simply is because each player, VC, corporation, media, has become so good at optimizing their part that the system as a whole keeps us distracted and chasing after a shimmer in the desert. It behooves the likes of TechCrunch, Time Magazine, and 60 Minutes that we care about Mark Zuckerberg's outlier story, because that's how they sell advertising. It works for VCs that we keep chasing investment because that's how they make their daily bread. It's awesome for corporations that we chase very unlikely to succeed, break-free strategies, because then we don't leave our job. What they don't publicize and what they scoff at is the concept of the, quote, lifestyle business. You're led to believe that it's a waste of time, and in fact, the category was recently derided by a VC talking to Mike Arrington as, quote, dipshit companies. But here's the truth. If every developer was to focus on the very achievable goal of building a lifestyle/micro business, the entire house of cards would crumble. And they know it. The absolute truth is that each and every one of us can build a business that can support us. We don't need $1 million business to survive. We just need a regular paycheck. Just like the paycheck we already get from working from someone else, except it's a paycheck we pay ourselves. If you build a micro business, it means you're your own boss. You make your own rules. You live life on your terms. If you genuinely have the spirit of an entrepreneur inside you, it's perfectly possible to build a $10,000 a month web app business that can set you free. But even better, once you have the knowledge that comes along with building a successful $10,000 a month business, you also possess the exact same knowledge that it takes to build a $100,000 a month business. The chances of building a Google, YouTube, or Facebook and scaling to the millions of users required to be considered for VC investment are vanishingly small. We're talking in the region of 0.0001%. However, the chances of building a $10,000 a month web app business is pretty high. In truth, there is no reason to fail other than failing to learn from your mistakes. Imagine if we all did that. We would be free. This is one that I have been super guilty of in the past, and it normally starts like this. I've got a great idea, I just need to build it out real quick, and then it's going to be huge, and I'm going to make $1 billion. And I think being a developer, I see this a lot too, because people come to me with their ideas because they know I'm a developer and can build stuff for them. And they say, hey, I've got this idea, I think it's pretty easy to develop, but it's going to be huge. So not only have I seen it in myself, I've seen it in a lot of people that come to me asking for advice or opinions or help or whatever. I think most developers see this a lot. Just to open the kimono a little bit, for me, I was a financial accounting tutor in college. I ended up getting my degree in accounting and went on to work at an accounting firm. But during college, I would tutor the Intro to Financial Accounting class. Absolutely loved it. Loved tutoring, loved helping the kids understand accounting. And being a developer, I got this idea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to record tutorial videos, post them online, and do like a subscription website thing. Now, What would have been smart would have been to actually do that. What I did instead, which was stupid, was decide, no, I need to first build a platform where I can allow any tutor to upload their videos, set a price, I take a portion of that, and then I become fabulously wealthy. And so you know what I didn't do? Anything. Well, technically I did something. I got started building it. Obviously it's a huge undertaking, and so I never got anywhere. What I should have done is focus on one class at one school. The school I know very well because it's the school I actually went to, and it would have been helpful had I done this when I was still in school there, but, can't win them all. And so I had a serious case of Entreporn where I thought, I can't just do this little thing to make some money and then, maybe scale it up later. I thought I have to build the next big thing. Because that's what we've been sold, which makes perfect sense because 23-year-old kid turns down $3 billion from Facebook is a much more interesting story than guy in his spare bedroom makes $12,000 a month, works sometimes, is pretty happy, also gardens. But man, the lifestyle business should not be derided. You have a much better chance of making it than you do of making the next Facebook or Pinterest or Snapchat or whatever it is, whatever billion-dollar company you're trying to emulate. Now, there are some people out there that just feel called to make a billion-dollar company. Great, do it. But if you're not one of those people, don't waste your life thinking, I have to make the next big thing. I mean, look at Mark Cuban. He's trying to get this Cyberdust social network off the ground, the disappearing text messages, and he's having a heck of a hard time, and he's got billions of dollars already. So don't delude yourself and think that it's easy. Building a $10,000 a month company is also not easy, but it's easier. One of my absolute favorite talks on this subject is a talk by a guy called David Hannemeyer Hansen, who runs a wildly profitable software company called Basecamp. He's got a talk called The Secret to Making Money Online. And I'm going to play a little bit of it for you right here. This is David Hannemeyer Hansen.
Now, kind of the problem with all of this, and kind of the problem with attacking the Fortune 5 million, is this notion that if you're doing so, you're making a lifestyle business. You're making a small mom and pop store, and you're just going to be those two old folks behind the counter counting the pennies, and that's kind of the life. And people look at you, yeah, that's nice. So you have a few customers. That's good for you. And I think that's, well, in the great words of Eric Cartman, that's bull crap. I mean, it's really not that notion that either you're going to be this sad mom and pop store counting the pennies, or you're going to be this billion-dollar company. There's a lot of room in between of just enjoying life. If you're going for that billion-dollar slot, you're giving up a ton of things that I don't think most people are considering. And the great thing about this is the notion that we have these big hits, we have the YouTube, we have the guys catching those big waves. It kind of reminds me of the movie industry, and this is not it. Business, in general, is not like the movie industry. There's no need to dominate the box office. There can be lots of winners. Just like there's lots of small Italian restaurants out there doing pretty great, even though there's lots of other Italian restaurants. There can be tons of companies out there who are just solving small, simple problems. They might have 2,000 customers, and now I have 10,000 customers. And in any case, most of the great companies who've been built over time started out with that. They started out with the 200 companies. The exceptions are the Facebooks of spending 2 years and being worth $15 billion on paper. Don't use that as your role model.
That makes it sound pretty possible, doesn't it? Doesn't it make it sound not that bad? So maybe instead of thinking, what's my billion-dollar idea, think, what can I do in the next 4 to 6 months to make, let's say, $2,000 or $3,000 a month? And then once you've gotten there, you are a million miles ahead of the old you that was thinking about building a billion-dollar company but hadn't done crap yet. So I'm working on something. I'm working on tutoring, accounting tutoring, one school, Do I want it to be a bunch more schools? Absolutely. Do I want it to be a bunch more classes? Not anymore. I used to. I used to think, it's going to be the one place to do tutoring. That's stupid. I'm good at tutoring accounting. So I'm going to start by tutoring accounting at Texas A&M. And yeah, maybe that is a small idea, but you know what? That's okay. I'm okay with that now. Because man, a lifestyle business provides for your lifestyle, right? We have jobs so we can get money. We have money so we can get food and medicine and shelter and, whatever else we use money for. Clothes, probably. But imagine if you had a business that provided all of those things for you. What would you do with all your spare time? Probably work on your business because, you think it's pretty fun. What would you do if you didn't have a job and you had a small business instead? What if we all had small businesses? It would be kind of liberating, right? Well, let's go do it. You can find the show notes for this episode or leave a comment at musicmakers.fm/8. You can subscribe to us in iTunes by searching for Music Makers. And please leave a 5-star review by going to musicmakers.fm/review.